Awakening could be described as the loss of identification with mind, realizing that you're not your thought. And that realization may come suddenly or gradually. And when it comes suddenly, it's possible that all the program that were keeping you enslaved to the mind will surface to be seen and let go. And that may create fear, because if I let go of my usual habitual way of being, when there's a loss of identity with mind, you see more the thought, you see them more, you see, instead of being engaged in them, you see them. And the thought, I need to do something, or I need to help, or I need to be on time, I need to be good, I need to be nice. You can't readopt them. So it may create some emotional disturbance because you can't not be authentic. And being authentic may mean to be firm, to be clear. It may mean to be happy, to do what you love. And maybe doing what you love may stir up fear of, what if I don't do what I always do, and I start to do what I love? What will happen? Will I survive? So all fear are being seen. They're coming to the surface because there is the possibility of freedom. It has been realized. Bringing love and compassion to these energy that are scared, that are arising, is a doorway for them to rest. And then how to let go of the guilt of happiness in a world that is drowning in violence and separation. First, you may ask, what is it that you really want? Do you want to be happy or not? What is it that you really want? Because if you are looking to be happy, there will have to be some letting go of being right. Would you rather know things and be certain of things, or reside in the simple happiness of being? And when you realize you can reside in the happiness of being, you start to be conscious of where you put your attention, because you pay attention to something, you pay the price of giving attention to that thing, because whatever we give our attention to grows. So maybe the energy that you were putting in things before, you start to retrieve your attention from those things so that your energy is available for something else. And that something else may be creating the life that you want, that you really want. being creative, allowing your purpose to unfold, allowing your true purpose to unfold. Because everyone has a purpose, a divine purpose. But when we live in separateness, in guilt and shame, there is no space for that purpose to unfold. The guilt of being happy, that may have to be seen too. I want this happiness, but I'm ashamed or I feel guilt. You are allowed to nourish in your life what you want to see grow. And if that is love and happiness, then nourish effortless being, nourish being yourself, losing this self-judgment, losing this internal division inside yourself. That creates a division outside, a seeming division. Because the thought doesn't make the thing real. But if you're totally identified with thought, this message will not make sense. The more we feel separate, the more we suffer. So inquiring into the belief in separation is one of the most important things one can do. So where does my being end and when does your being start? Or where does it end and where does it start? Effortless being will sound outrageous for the mind because the mind is the mechanism of effort. It's the doer. It's arrogant. It takes itself to be God. It's the doer. I'm doing something. The difference between effort and effortlessness. Being is effortless. Love is effortless. It's boundless. Are we really doing, or aren't we just being? So there can be effortless doing. It doesn't mean that you're not doing anything. It's effortlessly done. Anything that feels effortless is your purpose. But the mind is enslavement. You need to understand more. You need to do this and do that before you can be. But you are before you think about who you are. If you nourish what you want to see grow, it's going to grow. So pay attention of where you are putting your attention, on what you are putting your attention. Because the world is in yourself. You are the world. Guilt is really an enslavement. I have to help. I have to do something. And what does it give me to help? What does it give me to do something? It gives me value. I get to be loved. I get to be recognized. Find what's underneath it. There's a utility and a function. If you're looking for peace and happiness, if you know that happiness is normal, that suffering is not normal, that something must be wrong. What is that something that is wrong? The belief in separation, that we are separate. That we separated from God, has created a world that looks like hell. The devil is not someone somewhere. It's when we shrink and adopt the identity of me. I am separate. And I have to defend myself. I have to own things. I have to achieve. I have to prove. I have to even awake is in the play of having to do something. You can realize effortless being is way more efficient, way more pleasant. Everything gets done from clarity. And you're still doing things. It's just that it's more spontaneous. And you know that the doer is an illusion. That the doing is an illusion. Everything is spontaneous. The moment is always fresh. Come back to your direct experience. What is happening now in my direct experience? If I don't bring the baggage of the past and the worry about the future, is it too boring? Maybe question that or sit with that. If you're looking to realize your nature. If you're not looking for that, this will not be of any use for anything. So find something useful. Pure bliss is to search for nothing. No gradation of anything being better than anything else. Pure being, pure, no distance. The thought is already at a distance. Even the thought now is at a distance from wordless presence. And through that process, you might have to meet difficult emotion. It's totally normal. It's as if you are getting emptied of ego consciousness. And when there's nothing left, there's only love. There's only love, rest, the mind is still going on. Its thoughts are still there. They're useful, but they can't define reality, and they can't define being anymore. There really is no separation when in being. No need to do anything, just allowing pure inspiration, creation to flow through you. It's always a surprise. Most beautiful thing there is, really. It's so simple, but it takes ruthless self-honesty, authenticity, surrendering the mind. It's very, very simple. But some beings are not here to realize that. Some beings are here to play in the play, the dream of thoughts. And there's nothing wrong with that. Otherwise, the world would be quite bland. But if you're looking to get off the ride, then you can disembark. Every moment you can drop whatever you think you know. You can live unknowingly in this purity that is already here. And if there is guilt, then allow this to be. What is felt, or decline the thought if you can. And if you can't, allow the feeling to surface until effortless being really is effortless. And you can play the character still. It can get angry, it can be impatient. You can be yourself, you can be tired, you can be impatient still. It's just seeing that this mechanism is not engaged all the time. And most of the time, there is easy access to unity consciousness, because you lose the need to defend yourself, to believe that your opinion has more value than another opinion. Because why would my thought have more value than your thought? They're just thought. So I don't have to engage in some kind of a position. I don't have to take a position to defend myself. And if I don't have to take a position, it's effortless being already. So it's become more and more effortless. I don't have to take a position even regarding an emotion. If an emotion is arising, I don't have to have a position. I can allow it to be. And it's as if you get emptied of those emotions that were turbulent and making you feel small. You got to be fine and okay with empty, though. Just peace. When neutrality is enough, it's really, really a good start. It's the most solid foundation to reside on. So yeah, there is a loss of the need to have turbulent emotion. It doesn't mean that you don't feel compassion. When I meet someone, I shed tears. I can feel still. But my energy is available for just being and creating. Your energy becomes available because it's not spent into sorting through junk mail. It's not spent into things that are not nourishing. Yeah, it's consciously living. Putting my energy where it feels nourishing. And your energy of your purpose is available when you are not lost in the mind all the time, because it's quite depleting. It becomes uninteresting, really. Yeah. And if there is fear, because there can be a lot of fear, especially if we have been through traumatic experience, gently, gently allow yourself to feel the fear. Don't have to feel it all at once, or anxiety. You can start to feel it. Gently, you sit with it. Oh, it's here. I see you. I hear you. You bring some distance from yourself and the emotion, because you are not an emotion, right? You are aware. There is awareness of an emotion. So you can start to bring distance between yourself, your true self. There is awareness of sadness, and allowing it to be in the spacious awareness, allowing it to move in the body so that it's not stuck and contracted. And do the same with the fear. There is fear. I see you. I hear you. I can feel this. It's one of the place of embodiment to feel. And then you stop being driven by the unconscious that is looking to be loved and looking to be recognized. When all these energies surface and you can see them, I see you, the need to be loved. I am here. I am the presence of I am, in which this energy is coming and going. There's space for you here. This being is so spacious that it doesn't reject, it doesn't resist, it doesn't push away. And as you are compassionate towards these energies, they come home, they rest. And you start to do things that you were afraid to do before. And you start to be more and more yourself and live from intuition. It's a beautiful, beautiful. But you have got to become so open that you're ready to see everything, you're ready to feel everything. Nothing is denied, nothing is resisted. And then you can start to decline invitation and suffering quite easily. It's becomes so evident. Why would I separate to prove a point and to live this drama and this turmoil and turbulence? And residing in effortless being becomes really effortless. The relaxation of the contraction is ever present. It's available to anyone that wants this. There may be a few steps. In fact, if we stick to truth, there are no steps. It's already what is. But there may be a few steps to disengage or retrieve your investment in mind. See, it's like a bank. You start to retrieve your investment, they want you to keep being a client, so they re-invite you. Are you sure? Are you sure? We have this promotion. You can come back. No, I'm sure. I want to retrieve my energy from that. I'm tired of it. I can't do it anymore. No, thank you. I want to retrieve more of my energy. And at some point, there is none left, and the bank has been emptied. And thoughts, they become uninteresting. They become useful to function, but uninteresting to define reality, me, and others. So you may have to retrieve slowly, but surely, if that's what you want, if you want to allow love, peace, abundance in your life. Okay. I hope this helped. Because when I know, like anyone, I see that the world is in turmoil, in suffering, in deep, deep suffering, in intense separation, far, far from divine love, and how to bring the divine love in the human dimension is what is shared on this channel. So it is not a channel to divide, it's a channel to unite. But you've got to find it in yourself first. Because unconditional love cannot be found outside. It's already within. It has to be revealed more and more. I wish you the best. You deserve it, as anyone here. As much as anyone here. Everyone deserves this. Bye-bye.